Hello everybody. I don't know if I said that and start recording, but anyways, I'm back today for another episode. Jeez Louise, I just hit something and it fell over when I was doing my whole hand gesture thing. But we're okay now. We're okay. So, this is my review of the Season 3 PTS patch notes. Now, I did not catch the live stream. I browsed over it, and I think I have a decent idea of what's going on here. So essentially, this is the beginning of them releasing things for Season 3. I think they want this to be officially out by February, but this is all in PTS right now, so there's no date of when this is coming out. You know, this is just them talking about things that they are working on, and they're coming out, and they're on PTS right now for people to test. So, but I'll go over everything they talked about. So the new Joust map, I've already talked about that before. You know, it's a rework. It's better now. It looks prettier. It works better. It's just the new Joust map. I've already talked about that. It's gonna be good now. God skins. Now I actually prepared for this. We got a Amaterasu skin. Now that looks like a rank 2 or a recolor. I don't know if she came out with her recolor. No, that's looking like a tier 2 to me. No guarantees. That's a tier 2 for Athena. Kukulkan, that's just awesome. This is the final reward for the Japanese event. If you buy everything, I believe this is a Season 3 event in Smite. You know, if you like AMC, his robot skin, where you won like 20 rounds or whatever, I think it's going to function the same way with all. Then we have Ymir, and this is another Japanese skin that you can buy, and I think this is an awesome skin. It's the sumo wrestler Ymir. Then we got these god cards, masteries that were updated, and I just bumped my mic, I'm sorry about that. Chang'e, so now she's not going to have the gold skin anymore, and Tyr's not going to have the gold skin anymore. So back to patch notes. There we go, that's what I went over. News voice packs. Sir Pentsworth. Let me think about that in Greek. That'd be 4. Kukulkan. So that's what it's called. Update god cards, whenever that. New wards, Japanese ward. New avatar, Japanese avatar. And essentially that's going to be part of the Japanese event. They had a Japanese bundle. And the Japanese avatar plus the music plus the Japanese temple ward, which I don't know what the music is. I don't know if they talked about it. I was trying to look through the live stream for this and I couldn't find it. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't there. But who knows? Amaterasu achievements reflect the heavens as Amaterasu fully charge her mirror in 1 second. My offense is my offense is dazzling as Amaterasu hit 3 more enemies with the final strike of your ultimate. Artemis Stunville as Artemis stunned 3 more enemy gods with Caledonian Boar in 1 deployment. So Tusky. It's a trap. These are good. As Artemis crippled 25 gods with Transgressor's Fate. So I think that's her trap. Maybe? I'm not sure what that is. Nah, that might be her ultimate. Who knows? Watch my moves. That's good too. Just show me your moves. That's what Captain Falcon says, though. I don't know if that was maybe a reference to that. Ravon's kind of like Captain Falcon, which they should have a Ryu skin for Ravon, by the way, where he's like a Dukin and Shuriken. It'd just be good, guys. We can go over that some other day. As Ravon, kill 10 enemies with the damage from your ultimate. Okay, I was gonna say like all at once. That's like impossible, first of all. But feel the rush as Ravon, a breakout of a root using your overhead kick. So that's cool. The Japanese event, so they added Irez Ymir. That's what it's called. I don't really understand that name, but okay. Or maybe it's L. Nah, I don't know. I think it's an I. Then the Japanese bundle with the avatar, the music, and the ward. And then Soulless Machine Soul as the final reward. Now, this is more stuff like the Joust map I was talking about. That is a part of stuff they're working on right now. So that's not out. But, you know, this is... I don't know when the skins are coming out either. I don't know when any of this is coming out. Japanese event. So daily quests. So I've already talked about this. They're going to have like 2 quests a day. And you complete them, and they're gonna be like play 3 gods or 3 games like a Chinese god, or play 2 conquest map rounds or whatever. And you can every time you complete a quest, it will add onto your counter. And say you complete 7 quests, you'll get like 100 gems. So if you work hard, you could get more gems than you could, from what I've interpreted, than your weekly thing. But you're gonna have to work harder for it. It isn't just log in and get it, but the quests carry over from every day. So it's no longer like, oh man, I gotta log in today, otherwise I miss out, or you miss your last day. And you just miss out on the gems. And the landing page. And I don't think everything in the HUD's going to be changed to 2D, but essentially their whole announcements page when you first get on, from what I understand, is going to be 2D. And so they're talking about how they love their 3D promotional page, but the problem was it took them too long to update that. So if the 2D one, they'll be able to update it quicker and every week for new things for people to see, instead of, because the 3D one just took long to update. General gameplay. So Conquest map, that's going to have a lot of changes. I'm not going to go into deep with all this because I don't play Conquest that much, but this stuff I will understand. Purple buff, or the attack speed buff, has been removed actually, and that's been moved somewhere else, but I'll go with that. Now this is going to have a rework, but not in terms of how it looks. It's going to look the same, but it's going to have placement different. It's a different layout. And from what I understand, there's more openings. Everything's a lot more open. Buff camps have more like entrances to them. It's just going to be easier for people to gank. But the attack speed buff is now moved to the Fire Giant. So now he's going to have 3 tiny guys around him. Now, I don't know when they spawn. I think at the beginning of the game. And each one will reward you 7% attack speed and movement speed buff whenever you kill it. So there's 3 of them, and these things can stack, actually. So if you kill all 3 of them, you'll get 21% attack speed and movement speed. So it's an interesting concept. You want to split this, and you're going to have to fight for it. So it's no longer a buff you can just go for in the jungle. So that'll be kind of cool. And yeah, that's what it's talking about here. And it's just going over placement and that kind of stuff. Spectator mode. This is just a bunch of boring stuff. Co-op difficulty, improvements, buff icons. Oh, they want to make it easier to tell what's happened to you with debuffs and crowd controls, so they're going to have a lot more better icons for that. And when you mute a player, now includes social modes such as VEL. VEL, laugh, maybe? Is that what laugh is? I think that is what laugh is. I don't know what that is. Oh, okay. Oh, thank goodness. I understand what this means. This means whenever they spam the laugh emote or something like that, that means you won't hear them spam the laugh emote. Thank you, Hi-Rez. Thank you so much. This is the items. I'm going to skip over a lot of the items because I don't really understand it and it's kind of boring. But if you're interested in this, you can read it. Essentially, they're taking out active items. And they're going to call them trinkets, but somebody from the one guy's Twitter actually came up with the idea of relics for it to be called. And so now actives are free, and you get them at the beginning of the game and when they reach level 12. And they are not upgraded, they don't cost anything. And when you get them, they're between the 2nd and 3rd tier of the original item. And there's going to be new ones, but they try to base them on the old ones. Like we got Teleport, like before, Purification instead of Purification Beads. Now you have a lot longer of a cooldown, but again, they're free now. So take that into account. Blink, Curse, Wrath, Sprint, Shell, Frenzy, Meditation, Sunder. Just take a thought about what all those mean. Consumable, Sentry Ward. Its range been down from 60 to 45. I don't know. Now this is all the item changes. Just a lot of stuff here that I don't really understand, and I don't think you guys care about. They're gonna add new items, new trees. Just a ton of new everything everywhere for items. Like, look at all this stuff. Bam, bam, bam. This is what took them an hour and a half to do the patch notes, because they went over all this. Now God changes. Outwash. So not like what they wanted to do. He's less about I'm gonna go for burst damage and slow. You have to choose what you want. So his now I believe that this is when the little zombie guys on the ground. They not only restore 5% maximum health, then 6%, which I think that's where you get the health from. And then Undead Surge. So this is the big thing they did. His reduced slow from that. It used to always be 40%, but now you have to rank it up. It starts at 20, then 25, then 30, then 35, then 40. Which I think this affects me because I always upgrade this at the beginning to get all the zombies and everything out of it. But so that now he can reach 40% slow, but you have to put time and effort into getting there. Amaterasu, I don't know if this is wrong, but there's no debuffs for Amaterasu, which I'm kind of confused about that. I don't know if maybe this is going to be in something else, but Amaterasu is a little OP. She's not the worst, but she needs a nerf. Ao Kuang has been suffering since his last nerf, so they're focusing on a little more. He's increased his health scaling from 74 to 82, increased starting HP 5 from 7 to 10, HP 5 scaling from 0.48 to 0.7, magical protection 0 to 0.9, magical in-hand scaling 1.7 to 2.4. So just a bunch of minor stat boosts in the background. Artemis, essentially her ultimate wasn't so good. So the Caledonian Boar, or Tusky, it used to take Tusky like 1.5 seconds for him to pick somebody, because he'd spawn, he'd sit there for a bit, then he'd go for somebody, so everybody could like peace while, you know, they see it, they're like, run, and they'll get out of there before he actually attacks anybody. Now it only takes 0.5 seconds, and now it's going to be a lot quicker going from person to person. Bellona has been nerfed. You've been nerfing Bellona for a lot that you haven't really got her yet. Yeah, strong showing most of season 2. Oh, she is always amazing. Bludgeon, reduced slam bonus damage from 30% to 25%, and reduced disarm from 2.25, 2.5, 2.75, 3 seconds to now 1.4, 1.6, 1.8, 2, and 2.2. So that disarm is definitely going to make a difference, and the bludgeon, that's minor damage. I mean, I'm sure if you're competitive, you've noticed that, but I just play Arena, so I'm just like, okay. Bakasura, he is going to get his eating his minions. They wanted to make that more important to him. And so they increased his base physical power scaling from 36 to 38. And they increased the protection buff whenever he eats somebody from 5 seconds to 10 seconds, and reduced the cooldown to 15 seconds now at all ranks, so now it's just easier to do. and reduce the mana cost. So now it's just easier to eat minions, and there's more incentive to. Multiple instances of healing no longer stack, but instead refresh the duration. Now, this is to churn now. Masterful Shot, the increase the cooldown from 14 to 16 seconds. Guan Yu increases base movement speed from 365 to 375 and fixed above where Cavalry Charge wouldn't go on cooldown if Cavalry revives him in the middle of it. Hades. So they have not changed anything stat-wise from Hades. He has just now been reclassed as a Guardian to a tanky mage. He is now a mage. Nothing has changed about him. They just realized most people play him as a mage, so they might as well reclass him. Often Callie was do or die, and this kind of play can be exciting. It often led to a dynamic where a missing kill could cause a lot of frustration. Assist will now provide a smaller bonus, helping alleviate the frustration. That is awesome. So now Callie gets her health back if she gets an assist, and she will heal 80% of her maximum health on kills and 15% assist, which is lovely. Even though it's not that much, it's just there's so many times where somebody would just take your kill and you'd be like, I needed that to live, and it'd just be horrible. And the gold bonus from 25% to 30%, so that is great that he did that. They're trying to nerf Kefri still. Reduce damage reduction from 10, 15, 20, 25, 30% to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25%, so just 5% everywhere from what it's looking. Fixed tooltip arrow stating power. Range reduced from 65 to 55 for a Scare's Blessing, so you have to be closer to him now. Odin's faster. A lot of the warriors are moving faster now. He can now freely move through the ring of his ultimate. Oh, that's nice, because he used to... It'd be times where he'd trap everybody in there, and he'd end up being trapped with all of us, and we'd be like, okay then, and then we'd kill him. And the duration increased to 6 seconds, so that's nice that he can now leave. Ravana, for the first time in forever, is getting a nerf. Reduced the damage scaling from 95% to 80% Piranha Onslaught, and his 10-hand Shadow Fist increased cooldown from 15 seconds to 18 seconds. Nemesis, her Scales of Fate, her passive, Nemesis holds the Scales of Balance. Hitting enemies with basic attacks reduce their physical and magical power by 4% per hit, while increasing her own physical power by 4% to a max of 4 stacks. I forget what it used to be, but that's what it is now. And her Divine Judgment, her ultimate, reduced cooldown from 90 seconds to 70 seconds. That's a decent amount. Serket actually slowed down. She's been nerfed. Increased the cooldown from 10 to 12 seconds on her Deathbane, and her Ambush increased the cooldown from 15 to 18 seconds. Soul's Stellar Burst no longer slows enemies. Oh, that's a pretty big thing for Soul. Thor has been nerfed a bit. Reduced physical power buff from 15 to 10 for his passive, and increased cooldown to 17 seconds at all rank for his wall ability, the Tectonic Rift. And Vamon got some love in this patch with increased movement speed, well, just like every other warrior, well, most of them, and a large radius while in Colossal Fury, his ultimate, so I can chase people down easier. They increased the base movement speed from 365 to 380, and they increased the radius of his ultimate from 12 to 16, and my phone just made a Old Spice jingle. Do not mind that. Small adjustments to Jing Chen. He's been nerfed all around, I think, which is a bummer for me because I like him a lot. And they adjusted the cooldown on his Furious Roar to now 14 seconds at all rank, from starting at 15 going down to 11. He reduced the axe damage from 30 to 90 to 25 to 85, 60 to 180 on his slam damage to 50 to 170, and reduced the cooldown from 14 seconds to 15 seconds. I think that's supposed to be increased. And Ymir fixed an issue where he would T-pose on death. And there we go. Now again, there's item changes up here. I did not go over any of that because I do not really understand it, and that would take forever to go over that. So you can read it if you want to. Another big thing is they have a new, whereas highlighting options. Highlighting options is now determined by shader settings, so new highlighting options can now be used on high shader, and current highlighting option now used on medium or low. Added option label would always show brackets, which forces highlighting bracket 2. Highlighting bracket 2 now display through walls, so I don't really understand that, but it helps you with learning where people are. Holy cow, I have a sore throat from talking about all that stuff. Changes to lifesteal. This is just a couple of stuff I didn't think was important, but why not? We have a little bit of extra time. You can stick around for this. Lifesteal can no longer heal for more health than a target has. So if a target with 200 health is overkilled by a basic attack that deals 500 damage, the player who got the kill will only lifesteal as if they did 200 damage. And Spectre mode has not yet been updated for Season 3 changes, and performance improvements are ongoing through PTS. Okay, that's it. That's all, guys. Oh, jeez Louise, that was a lot. So there we go. That's everything for these first Season 3 PTS patch notes, from what I understand. There's going to be more still, guys. No, I don't think map changes. I think these are their map changes, but they might add some more skins and everything. So, yeah. This is it, guys. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, comment if you liked it. And I will see y'all later. Goodbye, everybody. And by the way, if you want to see an unboxing of all the Japanese stuff when it all comes out, I'll do a video on it. Okay, goodbye, everybody. See ya.